is watching, all eyes on me.
Hello everyone, welcome to Liberebil. I want to give a huge thank you to Ford South Africa for sending out the Ford Ranger for me to use this week. This thing is super cool. My family and I actually went out to Somerset West on Sunday with it. It didn't even feel all the people in here. This thing is a torque monster. Now what's funny about it is, even if you put your foot down like from the line, the tires squeal at the back, the thing just goes poof and you're gone. It's not quick after 100, but like 200. Yo! It flies! Okay, remember we have Liberebil merch available, so we have hoodies, crewnecks and t-shirts. T-shirts are 200 bucks, hoodies is 350 rand, and I think crewnecks is 320 rand. So yeah, email niazr8@gmail.com and you guys will be able to receive your goodies. We post anywhere around South Africa. Okay, so timestamps are over there. You guys can go and forward to the sections you want, but I recommend you sit back and relax and watch the whole video. Last week I held a poll on the Liberebil YouTube channel between Apple and Android. Apple lost, only receiving 16% of all of your votes, so majority of you like the Samsung/Android products. And I must say I'm really heartbroken. As you all know, I am a huge Apple person. I live, eat, breathe and sleep Apple. I am obsessed with the brand. I am what you call a glorified sheeple to the brand. So yeah, pretty sad, and I doubt Apple's ever gonna sponsor Liberebil because they don't have a history of actually sponsoring YouTube channels. But yeah, anyway, let's move on to what you're here for, the cars. Jaguar released a facelift version of the Jaguar XE. As you can probably tell by these photos, it is pretty flipping stunning. I must confess, I am quite a Jaguar person, even though I've only driven one Jaguar in my lifetime, and believe it or not, it was the XE. I drove the 2-liter variant of it years back, about 5 years ago. And I remember going, I absolutely loved that thing. It felt so sporty, so dynamic and so beautiful. It really took my breath away, and I'm actually quite sad I've never driven, or I've tried getting some Jags on the channel, but it is proving to be quite challenging. I know a lot of you also want to see the brand Jaguar because they have quite a lot of fast variants. For example, the XJ, the F-Type, the V6 supercharged version, which is pretty fast. So yes, the cars are pretty beautiful. Now let's talk about the XE quickly. We have two power outputs badged P250 and P300. The P250 producing 184 kilowatt and the P300 producing 221 kilowatt respectively. It's quite a lot. And they are 4-cylinder turbocharged engines. Now Jaguar did a lot to the interior. They basically gave you a new display, which is a 12.3-inch driver display, so the one in front of you. They also upgraded a bit of the interior bits, and they also basically facelifted the car on the outside. So I think new aero and a bit new sporting bumpers and things like that in front of the car. And it does look really good. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get some XEs here on the channel. I think they do a 2.5 turbo or a V6 version, which is in the fleet. So I'm gonna try squeezing them to send me out some cars in April, and hopefully we can do some things here on Liberebil with the brand.
Caught in a wasteland, and I don't know what to do.
Toyota Corolla, an astonishing car which sold over 45 million units in around 51 years. The Toyota Corolla has won many South Africans over with its unbreakable reliability. I've seen some Corollas with over 500,000 kilometers and still driving absolutely perfectly. Now, the Corolla has won many South Africans over because of that powerful reliability. But there has been a downside to the Toyota Corolla, and as a lot of you know, I am not the biggest fan because of how incredibly boring the thing is. I remember my dad had a 168 GLE and I actually went to Houdini Spa in the car, and I'll never forget, I climbed in it, pushed a couple of buttons and I was there. I had no idea how I traveled over 200 kilometers in under 2.3 milliseconds. I didn't even feel tired when I got to Hoodies Spa. It's an astonishing accomplishment. Not even a Mercedes S-Class can do what a Corolla can do here in South Africa. Now, I will admit, there are, as you can see by this picture over here, that Corolla which has to be my least favorite, which shines its lights into everyone's faces at night, and especially now the guys are fitting these HID or LED headlights with them, which is like the apocalypse approaching you. This truly is and will always be my least favorite Toyota of all time. Now, Toyota has released a new version, as you can see by these photos, and it looks, there's no other way to put it, fantastic. Now, it will be launched in a 1.2 liter turbocharged petrol engine for the first time here in South Africa. It will have 85 kilowatt and 185 Newton meters of torque. Expect to see it in a CVT automatic and a manual in the coming few months. It is 40 millimeters longer, 30 millimeters wider and 40 millimeters lower, and I think that's what's really adding to the car's beautiful stance it's got. It does look very similar to me to an Opel Astra OPC. I'm getting a lot of OPC vibes from it, but it does look really good. Vote on top if you like the looks of this new Toyota Corolla, and also vote if you'd be in the market purchasing one when the car is released, because I have to admit it's super compelling. It now looks as good and it's probably going to be extremely reliable. Well done Toyota, and I cannot wait to actually drive one when it's launched. Okay, so it is MSA today. I am headed over there in the next couple of minutes to go and film. I film from, I think it's 2 o'clock to basically the event is over. But I go in the morning just to finish all my cinematics and talk to some people and build connections and things like that. It's very important for me as a YouTuber to speak to people, hear what's done to their cars, so, and also maybe get future features here in Cape Town. But yeah, let me answer your questions. I'm sorry that I'm not in the car today answering questions, but I'm sure next week will be a bit more. I'm actually doing the BMW 3 Series launch this week, so I want you guys to comment down in the comments below 5 questions that you want to know about the new BMW 3 Series. I think I'm going to be driving the 330i and the 320d. I'm going to pose those questions. I'm going to try and pose those questions to someone in senior management there at BMW, then hopefully we can get some important questions answered for some of you who are interested in purchasing that vehicle. So remember, leave some questions down below and I'm going to try and pose those questions to BMW South Africa. Now, let me get to your questions. First question comes in from Stevie and Dallas. Very interesting. Why do people that do stunts complain on social media when their discs get pulled when they clearly know what they did to their car is clearly illegal? That's so true. I've been seeing it quite some time. I try not getting involved in the conversations because a lot of people actually know me personally. I'm quite vocal, and I don't have a filter when it comes to certain things. And the stance people have messaged me, oh, you know, Nias, but this was pulled. And I'm like, dude, your car is 2 millimeters off the floor. Of course your disc is gonna be pulled. You take 30 seconds to go over a speed bump. It's an inconvenience to everybody. So yeah, I do find it very strange, but yeah, that's me losing a few subscribers there. But some of you guys who do like my content, please subscribe to make up those who just unsubscribed. Aiden Matthew Sprinkle asks, who do you think is faster between the PE Red GXI 200 SR20 VE and the white GXI 200 SR20 VE you featured on Liberebil? So I think you're probably talking about Husni's VVL and the white VVL I featured recently on Liberebil from the Parkers. Now, I have to say, Husni's car at that particular time that I featured the white GXI, it wasn't at its peak. You guys must understand, Husni's car was at its peak when I featured it, and it was like properly fueled. It was just properly set up, and that thing was a beast. Like you could hear in the video, it's spinning first, second, third. That thing was a monster. Husni's car however didn't run the time that the white car did. The white car did run a 13.1, Husni's car running I think a 13.2, so it's 0.1 of a second difference, and I'm sure this year the guys are going to go faster because there's better information now, there's better tuning parts for the cars, and there's better fueling mixtures that the guys can run that's going to give them better times and also better tire setups. So the trend is faster and faster and faster times every year. Saud, who's racing today on, I think he's racing today on MSA, and I think Smiley as well, is making probably over 200 kilowatts. So these are no longer making under the 200 kilowatt mark. We're now producing numbers over the 200 kilowatt mark. So it's definitely going to be faster times this year. Wade Brink, hi Liberebil, anytime in this year you will be featuring Opals, can be Superboss or OPC. Okay, here's an official call out. Anyone who's driving an OPC and would like me to feature their car, please email niaz8@gmail.com or follow me on Instagram and message me over there. I will be in touch with you and we can set up a date to feature that car. So guys, please be in touch and we'll definitely make an OPC feature happen this year. Yale Henderson, will you be part of the upcoming H-Day event, helping with videography, etc.? Honestly, Yale, no one with the H-Day got in touch with me. It's a bit tricky with H-Day because it always falls on a day that I'm filming features or I'm busy with filming. So if anyone there can get involved or in touch with me, then I can see if I can film, and what days it falls on, then I can definitely see if I can do something. So yeah, next question. Sam Poole, would you buy yourself a Supra? If you're referring to the new Supra, then yes. If you're referring to the old Supra, then yes. I do like the Toyota Supra, and I do think it's one of Toyota's ultimate achievements. The 2JZ engine, as we all know, is over-engineered to such an extent that they can do over 700 horsepower on a stock block. So indeed, the Toyota Supra is an astonishing car, and I'm gonna go as far to say it's probably one of the most beautiful things from the 90s I have seen, other than the Toyota RX-7, the Mazda RX-7. And I think that can be, the R34 and R33 GTR does not turn me on as much as a Toyota Supra. I think it's like beautiful. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this Q&A. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw there was Rifat Moses belting out a 12-second dead quarter mile in a 1.6 litre black top 4AGE 20 valve. Granted, the whole internals has been reworked, and this got me thinking. I want to talk a bit quickly, to have your time, about the psychology and the building involved in making a small engine like that perform. Watch this video. That was Alan Jacobs. He cracked a 10.8 second quarter mile, which is an astonishing time for a VW Mach 7R. A CPI tuned that car, and that is one of the faster cars around here in Cape Town. But I want to use that as a comparison with what Rifat Moses has done with the 4AGE 20 valve. In order to make a small busy engine like that put out that numbers and run those times, you need revs. And when you're revving an engine till about 10,000 RPM, a lot of things change. It depends on the weight of your conrods, the weight of your crankshaft, the material of the piston you're using, the cams you're using. All of those things need to work in harmony in order for that car to produce the numbers it does and to run the times it does. So Rifat has taken a huge amount of time and effort and blood, sweat and tears to build that time. To build that car. So to Rifat Moses, massive thumbs up. I mean, that's world class. That is the fastest 4AGE naturally aspirated all motor in South Africa. So well done to you, bro. And this brings me on to Alan Jacobs with his 10.8 second VW Mach 7R, a 2 litre 4-cylinder. In order to make a turbocharged car fast, you have to make everything stronger. So you want stronger rods, stronger pistons, stronger crankshaft, ARP rod balls, a nice cylinder gasket, a head that can flow a hell of a lot of air. So the both cars require the same amount of effort in order to put out those numbers. So to Alan Jacobs and to Rifat Moses, congratulations. That is an astonishing times that you guys did. I'm blown away, and I'm super privileged to live in a time where I get to see a 1600 run a 12-second quarter mile. Well done, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, share with friends and family. The MSA video will go up on the, give it that date now, will go up on the 14th of this month. So 14th of March, the MSA video will go up, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Anyway guys, be free, be you, Liberebil out. Why are these people making so much noise? Oh my god. It's literally broken, as I am a huge Apple person. I am quite a Jaguar. Can this bird shut the up? Which is pretty fast. This bird is driving me insane.